There's a positive prognosis for the global economy. Growth is steady and inflation is declining. That's the prognosis from the International Monetary Fund here at the IMF headquarters in Washington, D.C. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline. I'm coming to you from Washington, D.C. covering the IMF World Bank annual spring meetings for 2024. And just to let you know that this report is brought to you by the kind compliments of Hope Economics. Well, the first major press conference for this year's annual spring meetings have been held at the IMF headquarters earlier this morning, Tuesday, April 16th, where the chief economist of the IMF, Pierre-Olivier Gourinchas, gave a prognosis of the global economy at the World Economic Outlook press conference, which took place Tuesday morning. He gave a good prognosis of the development of the world economy and the growth of the world economy, but he cautioned that there are challenges ahead.
The global economy continues to display remarkable resilience, with growth holding steady and inflation declining. But many challenges still lie ahead. Global growth was 3.2% in 2023 and is expected to remain at that level both in 2024 and 2025. This represents a 0.3 percentage point upgrade from our October projections for 2024, with stronger activity than expected in the US, China, and other large emerging markets, but weaker activity in the euro area. Inflation continues to come down. Median inflation will decline from 4% at the end of last year to 2.8% by the end of this year and 2.4% at the end of 2025. And most indicators continue to point to a soft landing. Now, resilient growth and rapid disinflation are consistent with favorable supply developments, including the fading of energy price shocks and a striking rebound in labor supply, supported by strong immigration in many advanced economies.
Journalists also asked Mr. Gourinchas to give a prognosis of the Latin American and the Caribbean economies.
The Latin America and Caribbean region, we see growth that is going to slow down a little bit from 2.7% to 2.5%. The numbers I give you here are excluding Argentina and Venezuela, who have fairly specific environments, and that's revised up in 2024 by 0.2 percentage point. So there is a lot of resilience in the region as well. Although, of course, the number of countries in the region had tight monetary policy. In fact, tight monetary policy that started ahead of what advanced economies did, and that is weighing down on growth and is expected to go away as we have some easing of monetary conditions.
Now, one of the things that the chief economist pointed out is that there has been less scarring from the previous 4 years of economic challenges. Of course, you know, with COVID-19 and the war in Ukraine, Russia, we've seen some challenges economically. The countries around the world, he would have noted, have recovered from those scarring, with the exception of low-income countries. They are still experiencing some scarring from those economic challenges. We'll continue, of course, to monitor the developments in the global economy. We'll give you some more reports on the World Economic Outlook, but there's so much to come here at the spring meetings at the IMF, because we're going to be in a few days' time. By Friday, we'll have the Western Hemisphere Department. They'll be having their press conference, which focuses on the Caribbean and Latin America, and we'll also be looking at the central bank governors. They're supposed to be meeting early this week as well, and so we'll be giving you a report on that. By tomorrow, we'll also have an in-depth report for you on the small island developing states. They have a debt sustainability conference that's happening later this evening, Tuesday evening, and so by Wednesday we'll have a full report on that for you. I'll be attending that. The Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda is expected to be there. We continue to monitor to see if we will also see any representatives from St. Kitts and Nevis, so that we can also bring you some St. Kitts and Nevis specific reports as well. Coming to you from Washington, D.C., reporting on the IMF World Bank annual spring meetings for 2024, I'm Andre Huey. Hope Economics is an economic and development consulting firm specializing in economic policy, advising, business and trade advisory, research and project management. We work with governments, private sector agencies, multinational institutions, and non-profit organizations across the Caribbean region. led by Principal Consultant Kevin Hope. Hope Economics applies rigorous analytic skills and local knowledge to address key challenges facing Caribbean economies. They work closely with governments and partners to design evidence-based solutions and support sustainable development across the region. For more information or to book services, email admin@hopeeconomics.com or contact WhatsApp 268-721-0936 or 203-257-8785. Hope Economics. Your dreams are our mission.